Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to a brand new video in the car today. For today's video, we are going to be jumping in with some tips on how to make driving easier. Don't know if easier is the word, but it's going to make you literally whip around town with ease. People are going to look at you like this. So hopefully these tips will aid you in driving and make it more of a peaceful journey instead of this.
The town hall in New Hampshire.
So let's get straight into it.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop.
The first tip I'm going to jump in with is traffic, right? Imagine you sitting in traffic, right? Start, stop traffic, right? Take start, stop out of it. Just take stop out of it. Boom. That is my first tip.
What?
Leave a gap in traffic. Start, stop traffic. And I mean a gap. Some people are going to get mad at you for this, but if you don't want to start and stop all the time and just go at one speed, when the car in front of you pulls off, wait a few seconds for it to pull off. The car in the back might bonk you, but just go at your own pace. Don't obviously try and catch up with the car in front. It's not a bloody race, guys. Slow down. Calm down. Maintain your speed where you're never going to catch up with him or the car in front. Or her. Not being sexist. It's an equal world here. Global warming's taking over. Come on. These tips literally go from one thing to another. Next tip, when going round a corner or something, look at the reflection on cars to see if there's a car coming around the corner. Let's say there's a car on their side of the road, which means somebody is going to have to stop. If you can see that there's a car coming around the corner, you can just wait back and then let the car go, so it's not a big mess, you know what I mean? Or let's say you're pulling out of a junction. If you look on maybe shop windows, etc. like that, you can see if a car's coming. Don't rely on it. It's probably not going to lie, but if you can see in a shop window that around the corner there is a car coming, don't go. The next tip for you guys is so you never have to check your blind spot. You might still want to. This tip eliminates the blind spot. Okay, so how you want to position your mirrors in order to have no blind spot is you want to, firstly, adjust each side mirror so you can only see the tiniest bit of your car. Once you've done this, you want to move your mirrors the tiniest bit further so you can no longer see the car. And boom, it's done. You might want to test this before you don't look at your blind spot, but obviously a car will be coming up behind you in your mirror, and then by the time it exits the mirror, it should be in your sight. I've got these blind spot mirrors, so they don't really work for me, but I can always check the blind spot mirror if I need to. More for parking for me. I'm going to have so many people roasting me. You gotta check your blind spot. You're telling people not to check your blind spot. Come on, replace your nappy and fuck off. The next tip is more of a wide thing. It is to be defensive driving. So basically, if somebody pulls into your lane, instead of trying to push them back into their lane or accelerating to stop them, pull back and just fucking let them. They might not stop and they might go into you. Basically, your car's a bubble. You don't want anyone going into that. If somebody pulls into your lane, drop back. Next, don't honk your horn unless you're telling somebody you're there. Imagine this, right? You're cruising down the highway, somebody pulls out in front of you, and you honk your horn at them when you could have just stopped and nothing more. Imagine the guy stops the car, and this big guy gets out, and you're f***ed, mate. You're nada. You're dead. Bye-bye, Felicia. It just causes a lot more hassle than it needs to be. Next tip is when parking, right? When parking, I'd say, this is something I do to kind of put my mind at rest when I leave my car on a hill. This is probably something that everybody does anyway, but if you don't, whenever I park on a hill, no matter if my handbrake's working or not, I will always put my handbrake up, turn my car, firstly turn my car to the curb, so if it rolls, it's going to hit the curb and it won't roll anymore. And I will also either put it on in reverse or first gear, depending on obviously if I'm uphill or going uphill or downhill. I won't always put it in gear, but if I'm in an area that I don't know, I will 100% do that. Next tip is something my mama taught me. My mama, wise words, right? If you are under attack, let's say there's a guy with a machete outside, honk your bloody horn, right? Honk your horn for as long as you can. And basically, that will hopefully scare them off, or it'll bring attention to your car Unless you're in the middle of Panama, then you know. Next tip is go the speed limit. It will firstly avoid any speeding tickets. I know one of my mates got a £70 fine, but he chose to go with the speed awareness course, £30, and it's 4 hours of his time. If he didn't choose that, he'd have a £70 fine and like 3 points on his license. Next tip is, this is more of like just don't drive ill or tired. I've drove ill before, and it's another way of driving, honestly. Driving while ill, you're like sweating, you're not fit for driving basically. Your eyes are messed up. You can't really tell the distance of things. Don't drive ill or tired, kids. And the last thing is do everything slowly and at your own pace. If you're doing a parallel park, don't give a fuck about the other cars behind you, because you are risking your car and you're also risking the cars behind you that you're parallel parking in. And if you obviously get spooked or get scared, you might end up hitting them. That is basically all of my tips for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that. If you got any other tips in the comments below, do that. Really quickly, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. We hit 26,000 subscribers. We're going up like 100 every like 4 days or something, which is crazy, and I'm not even uploading. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have got to the end of this video, they comment 60 miles per hour and I'll subscribe to the first person who does that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to my Instagram if you haven't followed that, at @_OtherStuff. Subscribe if you are new, and like the video if you did like it, and dislike it if you didn't. Anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see your faces in my next video. Wow.